Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. The beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know when Mace, Pops, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock, turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's close in the counter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, the pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C. That's where the home of the Washington Redskins resides, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Washington Redskins. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Motion.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Here's Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Allen going to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Allen's throw is complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. Here's Allen to throw it. And it's incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again. Allen. He's going deep for Brown. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Check 52. Check. Slam.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Strong right. Hey, 5-0. You got 3 down. Check 50.
Stafford now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bears take over.
At their own 34-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception? What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And the Bears first down.
Right there, 54 Mike. Come on.
Hey, pick up.
Mike, 54. I got one. Hey, watch that. Go.
From midfield, here's Allen. This will be caught by Brown. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Now Allen. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 27-yard line.
First down, Bears.
Allen now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, exit.
Allen to throw once more. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Darren Waller. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Redskins, nothing. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a litlittle momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good start. Throwing again on second down. Stafford, he's going to rifle one. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Tyler Lockett, his first touchdown of the new season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, That's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. These two teams all tied after 1. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Pretty quiet, Gio. Pretty quiet. Hey, tight. Check. Tap. Check out. Alert. Kill. On three. Motion. Monday. 56.
Throwing now is Allen. It got his man complete. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 47 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
It's just me and you. Motion. Hey, check motion, man. Put your hands on him. Hey, hold.
A first down carry by Elliott. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down, it's Elliott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
They'll run on first down. Elliott, and they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Watch out.
And now they'll throw with Allen. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
I'm coming for you, son. Check. Flag down.
You two jet bombers.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mike 57. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 27-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the curl. Check 13. Check 13. Omaha, ready to move.
Now it's Stafford. He finds Corey Davis. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
I've got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. 65.
Hey, 22.
Under 10. 10.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
No gain on the play.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. To throw on 3rd down. Stafford looking deep for DeMary. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Allen now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Now Elliott. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Chicago! Ezekiel Elliott, his first First touchdown here of the new campaign as the Bears push further out in front. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Yellow 80! Yellow 80! Okay, red! Go! Right, 10, middle!
Oh, rush in!
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, he finds his man Johnson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
2 times! 4 down!
Check 9! 21!
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford, he'll get this one complete to Davis. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
That's good for Washington Redskins.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Uncorks one for Davis. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
You're not ready. Check your hot read.
Zero.
57.
Throwing again. Stafford. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Big edge. Come.
Hey, 70.
To the air again, Stafford. Uncorks one for Davis. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
Allen. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Double time. Out. 5 down. Stand up in.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Quinnen Williams in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. To throw is Stafford. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Right now, you better bring it. Check 37. Watch the ship.
From the gun, here's Stafford. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The interception on the last drive proved costly, led to the tying score, so 17 all as they come up on a first down. Elliott going to bite off about 7 on that one. A good run on first down. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They go to Elliott again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Shit. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Big head.
Tight.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Man open, it's Goodwin. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
152 fighter.
57. Mike.
Pass 85.
57's the Mike. Watch 57.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Returnable for Lockett. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He lets it fly for Lockett. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, I think it's safe to say that the third quarter's not been a whole lot of fun for him. A couple of interceptions thrown. He seems to be a different man here in the second half.
Mike's 5-4.
On first down, it's Elliott. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
53-19. 56. Blue draw Porker.
Again, it's Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Hey, Haywood. Check 25. Check 25.
Allen now looks to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Check. Play.
Now Elliott. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Watch 54. Tackles. Right there. 54, Mike.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Quit talking about it. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Ezekiel Elliott with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Elliott on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Bears 24, Redskins 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
Washington Redskins first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Stafford. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Stafford now to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Complete. It's Johnson. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
21. 41. Hey, Zoo. 41 Mike. Down to lose 1. 41's coming. 41's a Mike. Let's go.
White.
Our time. It's our time. Bang, bang, bang.
They snap it to Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, the D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see.
General West.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Goodwin able to haul it in. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
And a key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check the backer, check the backer. Motion!
To the air, Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Your trip is here.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now Stafford. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Let's get some penetration. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
Real right, 22.
26, Mike, 26, Mike.
Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Stafford now to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Check 3, check 3.
Pass 85, pass 85.
Check 3, check 3. Switch, switch, switch. Motion, motion, I got one.
Middle.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Marcus May with a pick.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Set, 250.
Ready? Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 40.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching.
And he's going to go down again. Rashawn Gary in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Monday.
Now it's Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Hey, ladies! Pick me up. Here we go. SOS. White.
Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he is out of bounds here. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
Set. 20.
Let's go one more. We got double tight. Even. 4 down. Even.
Throwing again on second down. Stafford, and he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
27, Redskins 24.
So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Bears, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather.